Yeah, it really suits his style.
So here we go, Zoot and purri about to battle it out. And Zoot not happy with this map choice. Let's see if he can make it happen nonetheless.
Purri already with a rail, negating Zoot's armor pretty much.
And Zoot going to pick up his rail.
Yeah.
And that's going to be really useful. But look at that, purri with 2 back-to-back rails going to make Zoot's life hellish at the moment. Because it's really Zoot's job to be landing such rails in this position.
Yeah, and I don't think Zoot has hit 1 yet, and yeah, Purri's hit 3. There we go.
And
4.
purri returns 1, so that's going to be great for him because he's sitting on the red armor, and that was a pickup for him. And Mega's coming up too, so I'm not sure if purri knows the time, although as it's the second Mega, it's usually somewhat obvious where it will be spawning, but purri will decide to just trap Zoot, bait him in on that Mega, get the frag, fall back on onto some health, perhaps.
Zoot did a lot of damage in that scenario, though, so I think in this...
Oh, wow, really nice from Zoot, yeah. That damage really helping him there, and that rocket unexpected from purri. And he does go down, so Zoot now in a position to try and work his way onto the higher areas of the map to try and be able to get better angles, get a better defensive position for the big items that are spawning like the Mega. And purri is so annoying with the railgun there, just jumping around, hopping around with the rail in hand. And red coming up, Mega coming up. Zoot's going to take the high one first, even though Mega spawns first. It's a good choice due to the positioning. And there comes purri in for the attack. Great choice of an engagement for purri. That's exactly how you do it. He doesn't get the frag, but he did enough damage so that off the spawn he can try another run at Zoot here. And let's see if he does it. Purri right now collecting items. He does have a railgun now, and that should help him a lot. He just he has to connect though.
Yeah, absolutely. I think if you ever want to find purri's fresh off the spawn on this map, you just have to wait at rail a little. It's like his go-to weapon, as you can see so far. Just constant harassment and...
Going to pick up that Mega with Zoot, but he's in a vulnerable spot, and that's going to be purri trying to capitalize on it with some rail action. And not going to get more than a rail just yet, and Zoot returning also, but Zoot has 1 life. Yeah, there it is. Goes down to that single rail with that 78 health. That's a dangerous spot. Zoot coming in aggressively with the rockets. Brilliant damage from Zoot there. And that is going to leave purri screaming, and Zoot knows it. Zoot knows that he's super low, but Zoot himself, only 73 health, no armor at all, so Zoot's quite vulnerable as well. It's all going to be down to these item times, and purri definitely has a good chance on this red armor.
Yeah.
As well, getting the frag onto Zoot, and that was clean. If you can get this red and then onto the Mega, also clean, it's going to be huge. But Zoot with the rockets again off the spawn, just picks up a rocket launcher, just runs to purri and just kills him.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, purri was a little bit cocky in that situation. He knew the red was behind him, and he decided to chase Zoot, who had freshly spawned, and I think he underestimated him, and, well, he got punished, so...
Yeah, that's for certain. And right now, it's a very tight game. Each time a player seems to be bringing themselves close to perhaps an advantage that would lend them 3 or 4 frags in a row. The other player off the spawn just lands the damage, prevents it. So I'm curious to see when it's going to happen. We'll see a separation, that we'll see one player just get a few clean exchanges. But right now, Zoot is struggling with the damage from purri, and again, that's just what's happening. The player who's down managing to get the damage against the player who's on control, on top of the world. And Zoot going to pick up that Mega, but again, the positioning is making him vulnerable. Purri trying to land the damage, but Zoot actually gets the better of the exchange. And look at that rail. Brilliant stuff from Zoot there, and the rocket jump up to secure the red.
Absolutely, that won him the red, and now I think he can probably get purri fresh off the spawn.
And he is just working these angles, trying to see which way will purri go.
Yeah, purri is trapped right now, and of course he goes for rail.
Does pick it up, and lands one also, and picks up the yellow, which is going to give him a good challenge onto this red. Here he comes, trying to steal that away from Zoot, but Zoot with the LG. Purri really lacking that weapon, but the rockets could be saving him. Hits the rail also. Brilliant dodging there from purri, and he lands the shots as well. Zoot gets the Mega, but at what cost? The cost was his life, and that's 5-4 now. And purri is on the way back, but he needs that LG. There it is, finally gets it. That's going to help. He's going to feel so much more comfortable now. That is for sure. Picks up the rail.
Yeah, I don't think purri was worried about Zoot's early lead, or is. I mean, we've still got 6 minutes left. Hectic, it's a tiny map. He's just tied it up. Purri's hitting his rails really solidly, and now Zoot needs to go on defense. But Zoot's
Oh my god, he
hitting
always
really
hits
nice
those.
rockets.
He always hits those directs onto
Yeah.
the purri, yeah. It's very dangerous stuff there. And purri going for the LG engagement and does a lot of damage there. And missing the rail. Zoot trying to shoot rockets down from above. He knows his position's very, very, very precarious. One more cell will do it. Wow, overkill there. 7 health on Zoot, but purri takes the railgun out and finishes him off just before the pickup of that red. Big play from purri to hit that. And there you go, there's Zoot through the teleporter. Mega's coming up soon. The players will most likely try to leave it up in favor of positioning. But one of them may choose to go for it. Zoot's going to go for it. Purri has to be there to try and stop Zoot getting away for free. And Zoot will get away for free and pick up a rail. So
Purri
Zoot
was
in a
nowhere
good
to be
shot.
seen.
Good damage onto Zoot again. So Purri, even despite giving away a rail and a mega for nothing, does actually end up remedying that lack of damage. And right now it's looking really strong for Purri. Really, really strong for Purri. 50 health on Zoot. And Purri is just trading damage super well now. He needs to go in for the kill though. And as he waits, perched on the red armor spot, waiting for that red armor, he is going to just be counting the seconds until he can just charge after Zoot to get that frag. But actually Zoot pinning him there. He's got to be careful, and being careful he is. And a great rail under pressure there from Purri as he falls back.
Yeah.
Has to pick another moment. Be patient. It's definitely a key to be a good player in Duel. That patience is a virtue. 6-5, really close game. And Zoot's going to get caught by the LG. All that pressure, can't miss shots there. Zoot is getting so much damage unreturned, and Purri switches to rockets, finishes it off. And that is going to be a relatively clean kill onto Zoot, and another one off the spawn. This is looking dangerous for Zoot now.
Yeah, rockets are so bad on this level. If you're trying to attack someone who's going for red, I mean, without shaft, you are at a huge disadvantage.
Yeah, it's really hard. But then sometimes you can get unlucky, and then like one rocket will like push you off, and it's like, oh no.
Yeah.
It's like
yeah, that's true. But you know, do you really want to play those odds?
Yeah, it's definitely not always the most reliable of options.
Yeah.
And Purri is still extending his lead here. 4 frags now, and finally we're seeing that separation. It was like, a few clean frags from Purri, a few clean pickups, and he's managing to make it work for himself. 2.5 minutes, more or less, for Zoot now to get back 4 frags, which on Hectic is, but
completely doable. Not impossible. It's,
that's for
we
for sure.
saw how quickly Purri came back on Zoot and got himself a lead. So.
And Zoot just walks up to Purri once again, just kills him.
Yeah, he's just like, I've had it with this.
Yeah, catching.
Yeah, Purri's gonna actually need this mega. I mean, Zoot's only 3 frags down, so he's going to be looking, and he finds Purri there at the health, gets away with 34, but Purri is also hurting, I'm sure.
And here you go, Zoot picks up the mega, and Purri knows it. Purri has to try to deal damage, but he will go down, and he does do some good damage to Zoot, but the red is going to spawn for him, and that is a really bad situation for Purri now, because again, Zoot got back in this by taking that risk.
Yeah, Zoot just, exactly. I mean, you don't expect that, and I think that pretty much took Purri totally by surprise. But he's waiting at the teleporter, camping, cheeky. But absolutely, I think that was a really good thing to do. I mean, he doesn't want to show himself at all. He really needs to play defensively here to be able to win at full time. And Zoot could easily take another 2 frags and more. He's got control. He finds Purri. It's really bad.
That was just so clean from Zoot.
Yeah, Purri didn't even hit a rocket.
Yeah, gorgeous lightning gun engagement from Zoot, and that's going to spell all kinds of trouble for Purri, as now it's drawing to a minute now, and Zoot has pretty much a huge stack, like a really overwhelming control over Purri. But can he do the magic? Can he find something special to deal with Zoot's stack?
Yeah, he's just waiting. He's hurt him, but just for mega, I think Purri has better positioning at this point.
Purri is on the back. Zoot comes in aggressively.
Oh my god!
And Purri is trying to defend the lead. 40 seconds left, and Purri manages to escape.
Is so stacked, but Purri is trapped in the yellow room.
He goes in for the kill. Can he make it happen? Oh, Purri with crazy rockets gets the frag.
That was unfair.
Oh man, Zoot was trying to force it, and 2 rails back to back to secure another frag. Zoot is definitely in a lot of trouble right now, and he comes onto Purri once again. He does get the frag, but 15 seconds left, and Purri can slow spawn and hide, and he's surely going to be fine.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
There you go, man. I was wondering, I was so waiting for that from Zoot, because Zoot was like pushing so hard and taking so much damage, but he was kind of forced to do it at the same time.
Yeah, I think
So
he
it's
got a
like-
little bit. It was so, he really needed to hit really nice shaft at that point, and he was knocked all over the place by Purri's rockets, and I was
Yeah.
shocked. I thought Purri was lower than he was. I guess he must have had more health. But I
Wow.
thought for sure Purri was going down.
And Purri wins, so Purri's going to go forwards.
Yep.
And we'll go to a quick break, guys. When we come back, we'll have Toxic versus Silent Sepp. So don't go anywhere, tweet about it, tell your friends. Toxic hasn't played for a while, so let's give him an audience. We'll be right back.